Valieva remains the only Russian figure skater to hold current ISU world records. Previously, Japanese skaters Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara won the Olympic Games in Milan. They scored 231.24 points in total and also broke the world record in the free skate at 158.13. The previous record was set in 2022 by Russians Anastasia Mishina and Alexander Goliamov, 157.46. Valieva holds records in the short, 87.42, free, 185.29, and combined total of both programs, 272.71. Twice in her career, she scored higher in the short program, 90.45 at the 2022 European Championships and 90.18 in the team event at the 2022 Olympics, but those results were annulled due to her disqualification for violating anti-doping rules. Adelia Petrosian's first coach, Alexei Shemet, shared his expectations for the skaters' performance in the short program at the Milan Olympics. The Olympics are the most important competition for any athlete, a competition they spend their entire lives working toward. I'm very happy that Adelia has made it to the Olympics. I'm incredibly excited and worried about her. What should we expect from the judging? I don't think we'll see any big pluses for her elements or program. As they say in our sport, Adelia needs to skate in a way that the judges can find fault with, and then everything will go well. I would like to wish Adelia fortitude and that the ice today is not slippery, said Shemet. Alexander Enbert, the silver medalist at the 2018 Olympics, shared his expectations for Adelia Petrosian's short program performance at the 2026 Olympics. We are waiting, hoping, and rooting for Adelia to skate cleanly in the short program. She currently has a rather challenging set of elements listed no Ultra C, but with a triple Lutz, flip, and toe loop. These are complex elements that could allow Petrosian to compete for a spot in the final warm-up, and then, in the free skate, she could be a medal contender. Today, Adelia's priority is a clean skate, but we must remember that an athlete reserves the right to change the content without prior notice. This means we could even expect a triple axel if she practices well. We'll see. For now, we're focusing on the announced content. It's safe to assume that Petrosian will be 3 to 4 points behind the leaders in the component scores. But I hope that the clean execution of her jumps will at least offset this somewhat. We hope everything works out, Enbert said. International Olympic Committee, IOC Communications Director Mark Adams, stated that Terry Tutberidze has the right to assist Adelia Petrosian, who is competing as a neutral at the Milan Olympics. Merited coach of Russia Terry Tutberidze attended Petrosian's training session on February 16. At the ISU Olympic qualifying tournament held in Beijing in September, Tutberidze was accredited as a representative of the Georgian team and was unable to interact with her student at the competition. Obviously, she's not the head coach, and you can see that coaches do help other athletes. We had a similar situation with an American coach, Rafael Arutunian, who was helping a Russian athlete, Petr Gumennik, so there's really nothing special about it. There's no rule prohibiting it, Adams said. Three-time Olympic champion Irina Rodnina assessed the level of pairs figure skating at the 2026 Olympics. Japanese Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara won the event, scoring 231.24 points overall and breaking the world record in the free skate with 158.13. Georgians Anastasia Metelkina and Luka Barilova came in second, while Germans Minerva Fabienne Hayes and Nikita Volodin came in third. I don't measure figure skating by records, but the Japanese skated well. We're happy now when we have clean performances in both pairs and singles. This one was good, absolutely top-notch. We're not comparing what happened 4 years ago or yesterday. Scores are based on today's situation. But I'll be honest, it was a very sad sight. Firstly, the lack of Russian pairs. Although, no matter how they tried to exclude us, the Russian spirit was still present in literally everything, whether the coaches, the athletes, the entire pair, or half of the pair. There's a Russian spirit there, it smells of Russia. Pair skating these days generally consists of 3 good pairs from Russia, 1 or 2 from Canada, and then a few smaller ones. Maybe Italy, maybe France, but the core of the competition has always been Russian pairs, Rodnina said. Metelkina and Barilova skated well. But, whatever they say, the guy was so torn in the last minute, it was as if he'd been at sea for a year without leaving the ship. And to talk about any level of lifts, especially when the commentator is a partner in the pairs, Dmitry Kozlovsky? They're young, they did difficult jumps and throws, with good technique, but the second half was like a sailor waddling ashore. The Hungarian pair, yes, they were clean. But the principle is, slow and steady wins the race. Again, in the last minute, they did their final spin so fast you could count their teeth. I won't even mention the Americans. And the most obvious thing is that there were no Russian pairs. I can imagine what kind of dances they've had at the World Championships, 4 years without us. But there are tons of Russian coaches who else is working in this field. For the first time, I congratulate the Georgian pair and the Georgian team in general, TASS quotes Radnina as saying. Enbert, the Japanese had a program worthy of the Olympic Games. I like the Japanese performance in the free skate. They had a mistake in the short program, but yesterday they skated very well and confidently. It truly was a program worthy of the Olympic Games. Miura and Kihara skated with all their might, not constrained, not cautious, not trying to approach elements in the hopes of not messing anything up. They truly skated with all their might. I'm very happy for the Japanese, Enbert said. 2021 world champion Alexander Goliamov of Russia, who skates with Anastasia Messina, assessed the results of the 2026 Olympics in Milan. Regarding the Japanese record, honestly, I'd almost forgotten about Nastyundai's record. I didn't know we still held it. It had completely slipped my mind. It was a clean performance. Some may agree, some may disagree. It's really up to you to decide. We skate and you cheer and support, Goliamov said. Vitsekovskaya believes Miura and Kihara deserve their world record at the Games. Frankly, I was surprised by Dima Kozlovsky's comment regarding the champion pairs skating. When athletes skate like that, it always goes beyond the norm, including from the judges. Even compared to what I've seen at the previous 8 Olympics, performances where the athletes simply get on the nerves of the crowd, bringing tears to their eyes, are a rare occurrence at the Games. Especially when the pair has a long and turbulent history. Basically, Ryuichi is like Alina Savchenko? She could make a movie out of it. Were the scores unjustifiably inflated? They're always higher than usual when the athletes give no reason to criticize them, and everyone understands their performance is championship quality. If Minerva Hayes and Nikita Volodin had skated their programs as fiercely, I don't think anyone would have even considered the high score they received. After all, the fate of the gold was in the hands of the Germans. Well, from a pure mathematical standpoint, in the team competition, the Japanese scored 155.55 for the free skate with a minus combination, and no one even hinted that it was unfair. In the individual competition, the combination was clean, and overall, Miura and Kihara skated better in the individual competition. And they received 2.58 more. It was actually funny. If you listen to the post-skating commentary without the video, as I did today, I'm afraid no one would even think it was a review of the championship program, Vitsekovskaya wrote. Russian figure skater Petr Gumennik spoke about his attitude toward Ukrainian Kirill Marsak. Kirill Marsak, who didn't speak very highly of you in an interview, skated after you. Was it nerve-wracking to sit in the leader's zone, knowing the whole world was watching your reaction to his performance? He skated right after me, so when I sat down in the waiting area for the current leader, I was just trying to remember what I'd just done. I asked for water and my phone, and texted my mom. At first, I was distracted, then I thought I should probably watch, in case someone else thought something was wrong. I tried to watch, but we'd actually said hello beforehand. Kirill's a really good guy. I think it's just the federation's position, and an athlete can't go against the federation's position. Otherwise, his performance wasn't that great, so I really had nothing to congratulate him on. Was everything okay in the locker room? Yes, Gumennik said. Will you get a haircut after this season? I just got a haircut. It's not even been 2 weeks, so I don't feel like it yet. They did everything very carefully. Maybe when my hair grows back, I'll think of something else, a different hairstyle. Actually, I've been growing my hair for so long, and it's turned out so well, especially when I tie it all up and spray it with hairspray for the Onegin competition. I personally like the way it's turning out. I'll probably wait until we put on the new routines and see which hairstyle best suits the new look, Gumennik said.